Alright, traders, what is going on today? Good morning to you guys. January 5th, or February 5th, 2019. Time flies, guys. Time is certainly flying. Alright, traders, so I had one trade this morning in pre-market. That was on AMRS. I'll go over that in just a second here. Let me get this chat all squared away real quick. 1 second. Oh, short for sure. Had a green day yesterday. Nice. Awesome work. What did you end up trading? Rick, what's going on, man? Good to see you in here. And Stu, good to see you guys. Yesterday was pretty dead. Pretty dead day in the penny stock world. Pretty quiet out there. ZKIN was really the only stock that got any sort of attention. It was very frustrating on ZKIN. Because nothing else was really wanting to move in the penny stock world. So that was very irritating there. And then this morning was taking all the attention. AMRS. Now this one I saw pop up to around 550. I had shorts on it. I could have shorted it there, but I looked at the chart. Saw that it had a little bit more room to move up. I wanted to give it a little bit more time because it was just initially getting the volume there. Right at 550. Maybe I should have just taken a starter position there at 550. But it had just started making its move. I thought, okay, this might pull back and then continue on up a little bit. But guys, it just went straight up and now it's going straight on down. I tried to take a long position on it. Right at around 480 as it was pulling back. That obviously didn't get any sort of a bounce. I was just looking for a little bounce up to $5. Just anything. Not giving it at all, guys. So I cut that. Not too bad there. Probably the only other trade I'm interested in taking today would potentially be an AMRS short if we can get a pop out of the gates to around that VWAP. We do have shorts on that, guys. The traders over there at CMEG. Also, Sure Trader does have shorts as well on AMRS. Now, we would be chasing it, trying to get a short on it around these levels. That's why I really do want to pop out of the gates on AMRS if we can get any sort of a pop up to around 471. Now, apparently, I've been watching the price action carefully on AMRS. Long bias traders are just not interested in it right now at all. It has not got any kind of bounce at all, and if it has, it's been a few pennies and then it just gets slammed right on down by shorts. There's a lot of shorts in on AMRS. It's shortable at a lot of different brokers, which could cause a nice little short squeeze. So we'd have to be careful on that, with it just being very overcrowded on the short side. But will this one retest its pre-market highs up around 550? I highly doubt it, guys. I don't think so. Johnny in the house, what's going on, man? Good to see you in here today. So yeah, I already took a loss on AMRS. I'm probably only going to trade once more today. I don't want to. Kind of have a little rule now, 2 losses and I'm done. I don't want to blow up my trading account. AMRS, I took a stab at it. I saw it hit 550. It pulled back. I got in at around 480. Thought that was pretty good entry right there, but it never gave any kind of a bounce back up to $5 or anything. So I went ahead and cut that. I want to see if this one's going to give us another pop back up to around $5. Now, what's going on with AMRS? They did come out with some news, a catalyst. They announced $255 million cannabinoid development, licensing, and commercialization agreement. So they're in that, the marijuana sector right now. What does P and M? What time does pre-market start with? See, sorry, Daniel. I wasn't piecing it together. Pre-market, yeah, pre-market's, I'm pretty sure it's just, I can trade here at 7:30. I'm pretty sure it's the same here as it is at TD. I'd have to look it up to give you a definitive answer, but I haven't had any problems at all trading in pre-market. Yeah, not at all. Haven't had any problems. Yeah, CMAG's been great, guys. Was getting some emails even the other day from some guys going to switch over. And I'm happy to help, guys. Happy to help if any of you are interested in doing that. Answering any questions you have. You can just shoot me an email right there. We'll go over it. But guys, that's the AMRS. This one has just faded on off from 550. You know, typically it doesn't happen like this where it just goes straight up, you know, and then doesn't get, you know, any sort of buying momentum in it at all moving forward. Very interesting there. Another short potential I'm looking at is JVA. V as in vector. JVA, you guys see on the bear scan watch list here. This watch list is amazing, guys. Shows us overextended stocks. JVA, if we pull up the chart on that one, we are getting very overbought. This one in the last few weeks has been going up from, you know, just around $3-4 now up to around $7.50. Lots of volume moving into it. Very overbought on the RSI. Getting really overextended. So we'll see how this one's going to open on up today. If we're going to end up breaking yesterday's highs around $7.55, or if we're going to start seeing somewhat of a pullback on JVA. That's our leading overbought stock on the bear scan watch list. And if you guys are asking why is it blue on there, we can just pull that up, JVA over here, and we see a float of 4.65 million. So pretty low float there on JVA. Keep that one in mind, guys. AMRS still continuing to just sell on off. That was the first little pop it got there off of around 430. I guess you could consider that support. I'll show you guys. This is what the support was that some traders were buying right here at 430 off of this candlestick here. Got a little pop from 430 up to 456. Really wanted to pop at the start of the day. That's my main trade I'm looking for, guys. I have shorts at CMAG on AMRS. I really want to pop out of the gates to 470. Just see how the price action is going to be as well. That's what Vic was telling me this morning. You know, guys, it's not, you know, indicators are a great area. There he is. Speaking of Vic. And John, what's up going on, man? Good to see you in here today. So indicators are, they're just psychological areas. I mean, some people don't even look at indicators, you know, and that's fine. You know, we do what works, do what's profitable for you. The only reason I pay attention to VWAP is because I have seen how the price action works around it, and a lot of traders use it. I'm only interested in an indicator if a lot of traders out there are using it, and there are quite a bit of traders that use VWAP. I mean, most traders I know use it. So it's an area I want to keep on watch as well. AMRS at $4. I'm not going to go long on AMRS again, John. I already tried it, and you know, absolutely no balance at all whatsoever. I tried to buy it. I watched it go all the way up to 550, so I'm a little bitter I didn't take the short there, but it was just like its first initial spike. I thought we were going to get a little pullback and then, you know, retest 550 or $5. I got in at 480, seeing if we could retest $5. You know, I didn't get any kind of buying volume, so I went ahead and cut that one. And then, of course, you know, JVA, guys, that's our leading overbought stock on the bear scan watch list. We just went over that. Keep that one on watch today as well. See where the volume's going to go there. We have a few other stocks. Yeah, like Vic's saying, guys, very, very weak. And I oftentimes just go off of what's been happening in the last few days, guys, like yesterday. ZKI, and guess what? That one was weak too. And AMRS looking much like that right now. We could see this, you know, fade on off throughout the day as well. So I might end up taking a short on it and then just going about my day. You know, I got somewhere to be in a little while, so I might take a short on it and then set a stop, go about the day. Hi from Denmark. What's going on, SG? Good to see you in here. Volatility trading in the house. Trade green, everyone. What's up, man? Good to see you in here today, guys. So AMRS, this one probably has the most volume in the penny stock world. It's our leading gapper on the gap up watch list. What's under this is MLNT. MLNT is our next leading gapper. You guys can see that on the scanners. We got the gap up scanner here, the top scanner. These are just the top percent gainers. We have AMRS at 38%. Then of course MLNT at 15% there. So MLNT is on here as well. This one yesterday was uptrending really nice. So I took a look at the PR on MLNT, which I think you guys will find funny. But this one is coming down to the trend line. We got the trend line drawn on the intraday chart from yesterday. So right around like 150, 155 is going to be pretty solid support on MLNT. We got 150 was tough to break through at the close of the day yesterday. We ended up gapping up, breaking above that, and also the trend line. So, and also $0.50 support at 150. So we got decent amount of support there. We'll see what the price action is going to look like. Around 150 on MLNT. But MLNT, what was the news on this one? They rose 40% on Monday after the company reported progress on its efforts to boost sales and cut losses. So they're trying to cut losses quickly as well. It expects to report net sales of about $14 million for the fourth quarter. Now, there's a couple words in there that I underlined, and that is the company reported progress on its efforts to boost sales, and then it expects to report net sales of about $14 million. Yeah, I don't like those words, guys. Expecting. People are buying the anticipation, and that's why you guys have heard that phrase before: buy the rumor, sell the news. People are buying that anticipation, the expected news. Then the news comes out, and might not have been exactly what they were expecting. So we get somewhat of a sell-off. And also people that were buying the anticipation are now selling. I didn't always understand that, but that's how it works. AMRS, this one, just like ZKIN, guys, AMRS really is going to probably be where the attention is today, unless we have a chat room pump up something. Unless we have a chat room pump up something. So we'll be keeping an eye on the scanners today. These days have been quite slow in the penny stock world. With ZKIN yesterday, that one just faded on off all day. People shorting that certainly made a lot of money, but then people who were trying to catch the bottom of that knife probably blew up their accounts. So that was a dangerous one to play with, guys. Were any of you short or long on ZKIN? It's a dangerous one to play with there. But the watch list is rather brief today, guys. My main watch, you already know, is going to be AMRS. This one's trying to find a little support down here at 430. I want to see a pop at the start of the day up to that VWAP, which is 468. Of course, we'll see the price action on that. You're pumping up. John's pumping up VTVT. If VTVT came out with news, that would not, it could have a decent day today. Certainly could have a decent day. I haven't talked about it in a few days, John. I've not been talking about it a whole lot. Because it's not really doing anything, but it's still in that ascending triangle. It's at the bottom trend though. Keep that one on watch. So Vic, what are you looking at on the short side today? On the short side, the market in the penny stock world, the overall markets are not doing too bad today. They're gapping up. Seeing a nice gap up in the overall markets. On the short side here, Vic, what are you looking at? Yeah, MBRX got a little bit of volume as well. The MBRX doesn't have. I don't think it's going to be retested 187 at all, but the FDA granted them an orphan drug designation for its brain tumor drug. Yeah, JVA and ZYNE on the short side. Awesome. What are your thoughts, Vic, on CRON? CRON, that thing. Hey, he's trying to get a little bit of a sell-off here. That's very overextended. Hit a high of $25 yesterday, $25.10 on CRON. You guys been trading that one? Here's AMRS trying to crack that 430 support now. Could be the next DRYS. Yeah, on the long side, CRN has been working, fairly well. I mean, some people are trying to. A lot of shorts are trying to find the top on this thing and get in early. Right now, we're seeing a little bit of a pullback. Could have its first red day, but who knows, guys? CRN has been doing its own thing. Thing has been doing its own thing. Ideally, we could get this one up to $100, like Vic's saying. Rick, you're in AMRS on Sure Trader at 429 on the short side. Just know that with that entry there, you could be potentially chasing this on the short side because it's already down from 550. So we could see some shorts cover at the start of the day here, Rick. So just be careful with that one. And this one is wait for the pop to $5 before. Yeah, CoinFox. I agree, man. I think we could see a little earlier than $5. That's why starter positions are beautiful on AMRS. If we get that spike at the start of the day, shorts start covering a little bit. Buyers are coming in right here. If we get that little bit of a pop there, oh, you're long. Great, great work, Rick. Yep. That's why starter positions are great, guys. They really are. And they work very well on the short side. I tried to do a starter position here on AMRS on the long side in pre-market this morning, and guess what? It didn't work out at all. So I just cut the starter and minimized my loss there by having a starter position. On the short side, we could have a starter at the VWAP. Our second position, our second entry could be at $5. Just predefine that risk. If it breaks above 5, then we're out. Or if it breaks above 550, the pre-market highs, then we're out. Kind of like OCX, guys. That thing was wild. That squeezed a ton of shorts out. And a lot of people have shorts on AMRS. I always overanalyze and overthink these things. Probably on AMRS, this one has shorts at CME, has shorts at Sure Trader. Shorts are everywhere on it. That's what makes me a little nervous. Is it getting extremely overcrowded on the short side that we could just see a massive squeeze on it? I don't know. If we go off of yesterday's ZKIN, that one just faded off the entire day. No, I like that, CoinFox. Yeah, I remember you said that. Easy to borrow is easy to blow up. I like that. That's funny. That's funny stuff. But guys, yeah, traders, most likely a short is really all I'm going to be trading, unless AWSM or VTVT start moving. Those are both my chart setups that I've been keeping on watch. Unless one of them starts moving, I might trade those on the long side, but other than that, it's most likely just going to be AMRS, on a pop. Yeah, we'll watch the price action very carefully here too on this one. But traders, yeah, I'm gonna get off of here a little bit early because I'm going to do some real estate property right after I post the video today. So that's gonna 50,000 shares spiked it. I know, that's crazy. It's like the float is, if we pull up the float here on AMRS, the float is 58 million. Very interesting. it's a pretty large float for how it moves. So Rick, you're doing not too bad right now. Give us your shares at the start of the day, Rick. When this gets to pop, give us your shares for the short. It'll be good to go. What's the insider? See if we can pull that up. Institutional is 40%. It's just a good amount there. Insider, it wasn't pulling that data. Insider wasn't pulling that data on there. Yeah, that's a good question. It's also not a bad idea to pull up not only insider and institutional, but understand, like, yeah, it said 0%. I don't know if that's it. I'm not sure. Yeah, that would tell us something if none of the insiders want any shares of the company. Yeah, I saw it. ClickFox. The insiders are all giving their shares away. Our company's a pump and dump. But it's also good to know, like, how many shares, what percentage of the float is shortable. That's also really good to note as well, because on AMRS, if the short percent is like 50%, there could be a massive squeeze on it. Not only the 50%, but then all the guys coming in it today. But traders, we got 5 minutes till the market opens on up. If you have any questions at all, you know where to hit me up. We'll get everything squared away for you with the broker or with the scanners in the description there if you guys want those. Guys, it's going to be a great month of February. Let's predefine our risk very, very, very well, guys. Going into the week, going into the month. It's going to be a great year ahead of us. Thank you, traders, so much for being a part of the team, and we will see you all tomorrow.